Today we're going to talk about apple cider vinegar and the real reason that it actually works to improve your metabolism. There are many kinds of vinegar that you usually find in the middle aisle of the grocery store, and apple cider vinegar has been touted to be good for weight loss, right? I used to hear this all the time and I used to doubt it, but this has now been studied and it actually works. Apple cider vinegar has been shown to reduce harmful body fat and help weight loss. Plus, it actually tastes pretty nice as well. You can put it into a salad dressing, you make it into a sauce or a glaze, or you can add it to a stew.
Meet Dr. William Li, a world-renowned Harvard-trained medical doctor, researcher, and president and founder of the Angiogenesis Foundation. His work has led to more than 40 FDA-approved therapeutics and devices for cancer, cardiovascular disease, wound healing, and vision loss. He is also a New York Times best-selling author of Eat to Beat Disease, The New Science of How Your Body Can Heal Itself, and Eat to Beat Diet, Burn Fat, Heal Your Metabolism, and Live Longer. Disclaimer: the information provided in this video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. Do not disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have read or seen in this video. Dr. Li recommends incorporating certain types of vinegar into your diet to fight cancer and burn fat, highlighting the benefits of balsamic vinegar, apple cider vinegar, and rice vinegar. This recommendation stems from the multiple health benefits provided by acetic acid, the primary active component of vinegar. Acetic acid improves insulin sensitivity, regulates blood sugar levels, and reduces the risk of diabetes. Additionally, it has anti-inflammatory properties that can lower chronic inflammation, a condition often linked to cancer and other serious health issues. Acetic acid also inhibits the accumulation of fat in adipose tissue by down-regulating the genes involved in fat creation, which helps reduce the formation and storage of fat in the body. These effects have been supported by clinical studies demonstrating that regular consumption of vinegar can lead to significant weight loss, reduced fat mass, and decreased waist circumference. Moreover, acetic acid's antibiotic properties can improve gut health by breaking down harmful bacteria, further enhancing overall well-being. Balsamic vinegar. According to a review in the International Food Research Journal, balsamic vinegar is made from the cooked and concentrated juice of grapes, which gives it a rich, dark color and a sweet and tangy flavor. This type of vinegar is traditionally aged for many years, sometimes up to 12, to develop its unique taste. Real aged balsamic vinegar comes from Modena or Reggio Emilia in Italy, and it is expensive but worth it if your local store doesn't have it. Dr. Li recommends ordering it online. In addition to its fantastic taste, it contains the bioactive melanoidin, which prevents DNA damage.
Check it out. White balsamic vinegar. So it's not white wine vinegar, it's white balsamic vinegar. So you see the balsamic vinegars are really dark stuff. This is actually completely clear and really tasty, actually. You smell it, not as strong as regular vinegar, but really, really good.
Research has shown that balsamic vinegar, like other types of vinegar, contains beneficial compounds called polyphenols, which are known for their antioxidant properties. One notable study looked at how Japanese black vinegar, a variety of balsamic vinegar, affects human cancer cells. The researchers discovered that this vinegar could stop the growth of certain cancer cells by triggering a process called necroptosis, which is a form of programmed cell death. This finding is significant because it suggests that vinegar can not only prevent cancer cells from multiplying but can also help eliminate them. The study emphasized that the polyphenols in balsamic vinegar are likely responsible for these anti-cancer effects. Dr. Li recommends balsamic vinegar not only for its flavor but also for its health benefits.
Acetic acid is present in any vinegar, so you could swap out apple cider vinegar for, let's say, white vinegar, or black vinegar, or red wine vinegar, or balsamic vinegar. Okay, that's probably an expensive swap out.
The acetic acid in balsamic vinegar improves insulin sensitivity and lowers blood sugar levels. Historically used for both culinary and medicinal purposes, balsamic vinegar's unique composition makes it a valuable addition to a diet aimed at fighting cancer and burning fat.
Now, you want to add some olive oil, You can actually mix it with some balsamic vinegar or white wine vinegar. As much as you want, not too much oil.
Apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is another good pantry item that's been shown to reduce blood cholesterol levels. Dr. Lee recommends apple cider vinegar for its numerous health benefits, including weight loss and fat reduction.
And vinegar is the chemical called acetic acid. Acetic acid. And this simple chemical, acetic acid, prevents fat cells from growing up and from building up, storing itself in adipose tissue. The other thing that acetic acid has been shown to do is it turns down the genes, the DNA, that are responsible for lipogenesis, for creating new fat cells. And so acetic acid, which is found in apple cider vinegar, actually is like gene therapy. It turns down the genes that actually makes your fat grow as well.
Apple cider vinegar is a well-known type of vinegar that is made through the fermentation of apple juice. This process involves converting the sugars in the apple juice into alcohol and then into acetic acid, which gives vinegar its characteristic sour taste. Apple cider vinegar is rich in various nutrients, including vitamins, minerals, and dietary fibers, and has been traditionally used for a variety of health benefits.
Okay, and this is all supported by clinical studies. I want to actually cite one of them. There was a study done in Aichi, Japan, that looked at the impact of apple cider vinegar on body weight in 155 people between the ages of 25 and 60. And these people were considered obese in Japan. Now, you know, Japan has small, thin people, but these were people that in Western countries might not have been considered obese, but in Japan they were. Otherwise healthy, all right? And what they did, they broke these people into a couple of different groups. One group got low dose of apple cider vinegar. That's only 1 tablespoon. That's the low dose. And another group got 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. That's the high dose. All right. Now, what they did is they had the people consume the apple cider vinegar dissolved in a little bit of a beverage, water, so it actually prevents teeth damage. And what they did is they had these people, the subjects, consume apple cider vinegar 2 times a day, half of the glass of water in the morning and the other half at some point during the day. And there's a third group that actually just got a placebo, no apple cider vinegar at all, right? So 3 groups, placebo, low-dose apple cider vinegar, and high-dose apple cider vinegar. And they did this for 4 weeks. And what they found is that people that drank apple cider vinegar, all right, whether it's low-dose or high-dose, began losing weight after just about 4 weeks. And people in the placebo group actually didn't. And by week 12, this is a 3-month study, those people who had 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar lost 4.2 pounds on the scale, or 50% more than those people who had only 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. So the higher dose actually lost more weight. And what was really interesting is that the placebo group did lose weight. In fact, the people taking the placebo actually gained weight while the apple cider vinegar group lost weight. So this is actually a clinical study that proved exactly what I had doubted. And this is the evidence that you have to pay attention to. Now, here's the other thing that was really interesting, and I think the important part. The apple cider vinegar drinkers lost harmful body fat, all right? They lost visceral fat, and their blood lipids actually also improved, the lipid profile, and their blood pressure also improved, probably because they lost body fat.
Clinical studies have demonstrated its effectiveness. One study conducted by the MISCON group in Japan involved 155 obese participants who consumed either 1 or 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar daily for 12 weeks. Results showed that the high-dose group lost 4.2 pounds, while the low-dose group lost 2.7 pounds, both outperforming the placebo group, which gained weight. Another study by the Shahid Beheshti University of Medical Sciences in Iran found that participants who combined apple cider vinegar with a calorie-restricted diet lost 8.8 pounds, significantly more than the control group. These participants also saw substantial reductions in visceral belly fat.
Studies have also looked at different parameters, and they found that people who drink apple cider vinegar or take apple cider vinegar actually reduced waist circumference, right? Now your waist circumference, which is the belt around your waist, actually expands when you've got a lot of visceral fat. This is the harmful body fat, and it shrinks when you actually lose your visceral fat. And apple cider vinegar can actually shrink your visceral fat and shrink your waist size.
But what about apple cider vinegar's effects on cancer? According to a study published in the American Journal of Cancer Prevention, researchers explored how apple cider vinegar can protect the liver from damage caused by nicotine in male albino rats. The study aimed to see if apple cider vinegar could serve as a natural remedy to counteract the harmful effects of nicotine, which is known to contribute to various health problems, including cancer. In the study, the researchers divided the rats into 3 groups. The first group received no treatment and served as a control. The second group was given nicotine at a dose of 4 mg per kilogram of body weight each day. The third group received both nicotine and apple cider vinegar at a dose of 2 ml per kilogram of body weight for 30 days. The scientists looked at how nicotine affected the liver's structure and function by measuring liver weight, volume, and the size of liver cells. They also checked levels of certain liver enzymes, which indicate how well the liver is functioning. The findings showed that chronic exposure to nicotine led to a significant reduction in liver weight and size of liver cells, indicating damage. For example, the size of the liver cell nuclei in the nicotine-only group was much smaller compared to the control group, suggesting that nicotine was harming the liver. However, when apple cider vinegar was given alongside nicotine, the results were much better. The liver weight in the group that received apple cider vinegar increased, and the size of the liver cell nuclei improved, indicating that apple cider vinegar helped protect the liver from damage. The researchers concluded that apple cider vinegar could be beneficial in reducing the injury caused by nicotine. They believe that the natural compounds found in apple cider vinegar, such as acetic acid and various antioxidants, may help lower oxidative stress and inflammation, both of which can lead to cancer. The study suggests that regularly consuming apple cider vinegar might help lessen the harmful effects of nicotine and potentially reduce the risk of developing liver cancer associated with smoking. Another study in the International Research Journal of Pharmacy researched the benefits of apple cider vinegar in fighting colon cancer. The researchers wanted to see how apple cider vinegar could act as a natural treatment because it contains many helpful compounds, like polyphenols and flavonoids. In their study, they made apple cider vinegar using specific fermentation methods and analyzed what it was made of. They performed 2 main tests, one to check the antioxidant properties of apple cider vinegar, and another to see how it affects the growth of colon cancer cells. The results showed that apple cider vinegar has strong antioxidant activity, which means it can help neutralize harmful substances called free radicals in the body. In one test, apple cider vinegar was able to reduce these free radicals by up to 86.75% at certain concentrations. Additionally, when the researchers tested apple cider vinegar on colon cancer cells, they found that it significantly reduced the number of living cancer cells. At a specific concentration, nearly half of the cancer cells were no longer alive, indicating that apple cider vinegar can effectively stop the growth of these cells. If you found value in this video so far and recognized the many hours of effort that went into creating it, please consider subscribing and leaving a comment to support the channel. Rice vinegar. Dr. Lee recommends rice vinegar for numerous health benefits. Rice vinegar is a popular ingredient made from rice and is commonly used in many Asian dishes, such as pickled vegetables, salad dressings, and sushi rice.
Vinegar is acetic acid, and acetic acid actually prevents fat cells from expanding so quickly. So if you think about fat cells, adipocytes, like a water balloon, and you're putting it around the sink like when you were a kid and blowing up your water balloon, when fat starts to grow, it'll actually swell up to 300% it's in size, 3 times in size. But when you have acetic acid in vinegar, it actually prevents the fat cells from expanding so quickly. So you have this metabolic health as well as it lighting up your taste buds.
Making traditional rice vinegar involves a few steps that turn rice starch into the sour liquid we know as vinegar. The process starts by soaking rice in water, then heating and cooling it. This helps break down the rice starches, making them easier to convert into sugar. After this, a special mold called koji is added, which helps turn the starches into sugars. Yeast then ferments these sugars into alcohol, which is the first step in making vinegar. Next, bacteria convert the alcohol into acetic acid, the main ingredient that gives vinegar its tangy flavor. This fermentation process is also similar to how rice sake, a type of rice wine, is made.
Acetic acid from vinegar actually helps you get there. So, as it turns out, vinegar is really good for metabolic health.
Dr. Lee recommends rice vinegar for its variety of health benefits, including cancer prevention. According to a study in the Journal of Experimental and Clinical Cancer Research, the extract of vinegar, kurosu, derived from unpolished rice has shown promising effects in inhibiting the proliferation of human cancer cells. This research explored the potential of kurosu to fight cancer by examining its effects on human cancer cells. The researchers conducted a series of experiments to see how different amounts of this vinegar extract influenced the growth of various cancer cell types. The results were quite promising. The study found that kurosu was able to significantly slow down the growth of several cancer cell lines. One of the key ways it did this was by triggering a process known as apoptosis, which is essentially a natural way for the body to eliminate unhealthy or damaged cells. This is important because promoting the death of cancer cells can help prevent the disease from spreading. Additionally, the researchers observed that kurosu impacted the cell cycle, which is the process that cells go through to grow and divide. Specifically, it reduced the number of cells that were preparing to replicate their DNA, a crucial step in cell division. In discussing their findings, the authors of the study pointed out that certain natural compounds found in kurosu, such as acetic acid and various phenolic compounds, might be responsible for its cancer-fighting properties. These compounds could play a significant role in stopping cancer cells from multiplying. To make the most of these benefits, Dr. Lee recommends purchasing high-quality vinegars from reputable sources. You can find balsamic vinegar, apple cider vinegar, and rice vinegar at well-stocked grocery stores, health food stores, and specialty food shops. For the best selection and quality, consider shopping at stores that specialize in gourmet or natural foods. Additionally, many online retailers offer a wide variety of vinegars, allowing you to easily find and order the specific types recommended by Dr. Lee.